I finally understand that you didn't change. I just stopped excusing the pain you caused me as love. You never wanted to be understood. You wanted to be obeyed. That's the truth I refused to see. I finally understand why people said you drain souls. You never take energy, you devour it quietly. I thought I was your safe place, but I was just your temporary shelter until you found a new distraction. I finally understand that your "I miss you" only appears when your ego feels lonely. Everyone said your charm hides cruelty. I learned that the hard way when your words began to cut deeper than silence. I finally understand that you can't build love with someone who thrives on chaos. I used to think you were complicated. Now I see you're just selfish and beautifully convincing about it. I finally understand that your kind of love demands my surrender, not my partnership. I thought I was special because you chose me, but you choose everyone who's easy to manipulate. I finally understand what they meant when they said, "You'll lose yourself trying to love someone like that." You never wanted love, you wanted worship, and I foolishly built an altar out of my heart. I finally understand why every conversation with you felt like walking through a minefield. I was never safe. I thought you were broken like me, but you were just empty, and I kept trying to fill you. I finally understand that silence from you was never peace, it was punishment. You don't destroy people instantly, you do it softly, with affection that fades just enough to confuse them. I finally understand that your kindness is selective. You give it only when there's something to gain. I used to think your mood swings were passion, but they were just your control slipping through cracks. I finally understand that every time you said, "I love you," it was a way to reset my forgiveness. You weren't misunderstood. You were just admired by people who didn't know your true face. I finally understand what they meant when they said, "Love shouldn't make you afraid." You had me believing that loyalty meant silence. I stayed quiet, even while you broke me. I finally understand that you don't miss people. You miss the power you had over them. I thought your intensity was love. It was just obsession with control. I finally understand that you never fought for me. You fought for attention. You don't say sorry to heal. You say it to reset the game. I finally understand that I was addicted to the version of you I imagined, not the one you truly are. You taught me that sometimes the most dangerous people are the ones who make you feel safe first. I finally understand why your eyes has never matched your words. Truth never hides in the same place as lies. I thought your coldness was protection. It was just indifference, beautifully disguised as self-control. I finally understand that your promises were rehearsed. You've said the same lines to every heart you've broken. You never wanted to love me. You wanted to own the way I loved you. I finally understand that not every heartbreak deserves a second chance. Some deserve closure and distance. I thought I was losing you, but now I see I was freeing myself. I finally understand what they meant when they said, "You'll see their true self once you stop being useful." You weren't my soulmate. You were my lesson in what manipulation looks like when it smiles. I finally understand that your apologies were empty, just bridges back to my forgiveness. I thought you were my calm, but you were the storm pretending to care. I finally understand that your love wasn't deep. It was possessive, demanding, and suffocating. You taught me how to doubt myself so well that I started calling your disrespect my overreaction. I finally understand that people warned me not because they hated you, but because they loved me. I thought I could fix you with love, but you used my healing hands to hide your wounds. I finally understand that not every connection is divine. Some are karmic traps meant to wake us up. You said I'd never find someone like you, and now I thank the universe for that blessing. I finally understand that your silence wasn't maturity. It was guilt wearing a calm face. I thought I was fighting for love, but I was just fighting for the illusion you created. I finally understand that people don't change when they lose you. They change when they lose control over you. You called it passion. I call it emotional violence now. I finally understand that I wasn't the one. I was just the one who cared too deeply. You didn't love me. You loved how easily I forgave you. I finally understand that you never gave love. You gave attention disguised as affection. I thought you were patient, but you were just calculating your next move. I finally understand that your forever was only valid until something better distracted you. I used to defend you with my whole soul until I saw the very things people warned me about unfold right before my eyes. Now I see it clearly. The charm was never love. It was control disguised as affection, and I fell willingly. Everyone tried to tell me that your silence was dangerous, but I thought it was mystery. Turns out it was emptiness. I used to think they were jealous of what we had. Now I realize they were heartbroken, watching me drown in your illusion. I finally understand that you don't love people. You consume them piece by piece until they forget who they are. You were never misunderstood. You were just good at hiding your intentions until it was too late for me to leave. I finally understand why people left your life quietly. Arguing with a manipulator only feeds their ego. I thought I was your peace, But now I know I was just your distraction from the chaos you created. I finally understand what people meant when they said, "Not everyone who smiles at you is kind." They tried to warn me, but I believed in your eyes more than their words. Now I wish I hadn't. I thought your distance was depth, but it was just disinterest wearing the mask of mystery. Everyone said you had a dark side. I just didn't know it was the only side that was real. I finally understand that you never loved me. You loved how much I adored you. They told me you were unpredictable, but I thought I could be the one who tamed your storms. I used to laugh when they warned me, now the joke's on me. And it hurts more than I imagined. You didn't change. I just finally took off the rose-colored glasses you helped me wear. I finally understand why people walked away from you without saying goodbye. Survival doesn't need explanation. I used to think you were deep, but now I see you were just empty, beautifully packaged, dangerously hollow. I finally get it. You never lied. You just told half-truths that sounded better than honesty. I now understand why every story about you ended in silence, because you drain the voices of those who care. I thought your calm was wisdom, but it was just a mask for cold detachment. They said you'd break me, but I called it love. Now I live in the ruins of my own denial. I finally understand why people said loving you feels like walking barefoot on glass. I once believed your love was rare. Now I see it was rehearsed. I finally understand that you only show affection when it benefits your image. They warned me that you were charming. I didn't realize charm can be a weapon. You made me believe I was the problem. Now I understand it was just your favorite trick. I finally understand why people said you leave people in pieces while pretending to heal them. I thought your silence was strength. It was just indifference in disguise. I finally understand what they meant when they said, "Some people shine just to blind you." I used to think you were protecting me from the world. Now I see you were isolating me from it. They told me you were good at pretending. I just didn't think I'd be your longest performance. I finally understand that the warmth you gave me was borrowed, not real. You never wanted love. You wanted control, dressed in tenderness. I finally understand why people said you're unforgettable. The pain you leave behind is unforgettable too. I thought your love was deep. It was just another way for you to pull me under. They said you'd change me, and they were right, just not in the way I hoped. I finally understand that you love chaos because it hides your guilt. I thought I was healing you. Turns out I was just becoming sick too. I finally understand that not everyone who holds you close means to keep you safe. They said you were dangerous. I thought they were exaggerating until I became my own ghost. I finally understand what people meant when they said, "You can't save someone who enjoys drowning." I thought your passion was love. Now I see it was possession. I finally understand why people say, when they show you who they are, believe them. You didn't steal my heart. You borrowed it until it no longer served you. I finally understand that the love you offered had expiration dates I never knew about. They said you love to be chased, not caught, and I ran until I lost myself. I finally understand that I was never chosen. I was just convenient. You made me think I was special, but that's your favorite illusion to create. I finally understand why everyone leaves you. You never truly arrive for anyone. I thought you were healing from your past, but you were just repeating it through me. I finally understand that you only give love when you're losing control. They said you play mind games. I just didn't realize I was the prize. I finally understand that your love was a mirror, reflecting everything I wanted to see, not who you truly were. I thought you were broken. Turns out you were the storm breaking others.